Right, welcome back for episode 2. We're now moving on to the Matlan Waterways. Not particularly great zone for content, so I'll probably kind of skip ahead here and just sort of get through it to the end. I'll show a bit of it. So it's kind of just mostly running through, killing stuff.
This better still work.
And just continually doing these levers along the way. But yeah, we'll try and run through it as quickly as we can. Dodge rolling through everything. Killing the stuff around the lever. Should be able to get all that. Took a lot more damage there than I was expecting. And then we'll just keep on running. And I managed to fall over. Bad start. Very bad start. Okay, let's just play a bit more sensibly. And get our energy shield back again. It'll be quite nice to do Ultimatum, simply because the second ascendancy points for Lich gives us quite a lot of damage reduction. So it'll make us quite a bit tankier, which is always particularly nice in hardcore. Probably am playing a little bit more aggressive than I should. But we'll get back into the habit. Try and get this filled. Chest, nothing of interest. Quick over here, we'll just go and kill this person up in the hut. Right, with that. Should be done in a second. Oh, visual clarity is really bad, isn't it? Actually can't see at all in ground effects I produce and what the enemy is actually doing is going to be a bit tricky, but we've managed to connect here, so now I can refund those 4 points there and reinvest them into something better, which I'll do when we're back in town. Right, okay, I'll speak to you in a couple of minutes once we are somewhere more interesting. We'll level up there. So let's do level 37. Are we able to use? Yeah, we now can. We're actually a level over now. That's for me. And swap over. And I was saying, I think I'm going to try vulnerability rather than temporal chains. So let's set up go. See how we get on. In terms of pathing, I think I want to go up to cut to the bone. I need to refund that, and then get that. So next time I'm in town, we can do that. Oh, made it through. Into town, let's go and sort out this so we can refund those 4. Do I want Pale on hit or break armor with crit? Probably break armor with crit eventually. I don't think I have a lot of crit at the moment. But Impale actually do. Impale has a debuff inflicted by hits, which restores pre-mitigation physical hit damage. Magnitude, subsequent attack hits against impaled targets. Will it extract the impale debuff? So basically you just do a bit more damage. I'm going to go down the break armor, I think. So healing 30% isn't too bad. Let's try impale. You can always round. If we don't like it, Interestingly enough, I picked up this sacrificial mantle, which has some spirit. The rest of the stats aren't great, but having the extra spirit is actually going to be pretty handy. So I think I'll swap to that. I'll lose a bit of health and ES, but getting that extra spirit means I can have Ravenous Storm and Blasphemy on at the same time. And actually I can upgrade my Ravenous Storm as well. I could go for Convalescence, but I don't have that much. That much ES at the moment, so probably not really necessary. So let's do that, and then drop this stuff off. It's handy future. I don't know why this tribal mask dropped. With a ding, so it's like a chancing base, but I'm not sure actually what that is chanced for. I actually quite like this armor as well. I don't have enough strength currently to wear it, so I'll just hang on to it for. I'm 1 strength short, but then that would lose the spirit anyway. But that is actually a decent armor with 12 strength and 23 life. That's pretty nice with armor against elemental damage. And the armor during campaign's pretty good actually. Let's check what this slow one. Slow's pretty good as well. Let's just implement that. Make sure everything's at the max. Right. Level 37, I could either go down to the base or I could go and do Trial of the Chaos. I think I'll do Trial of the Chaos first. I'd like to get that those last ascendancies, and all I'm really hoping for is to not come against the tornado bird. Like, the tornado bird is so much harder than any of the other bosses in the Temple of Chaos. It's not even close. And I don't have fantastic bosses. I'm not definitely doing rage bosses. That's really rippy. Dealing physical damage, blood globules, stalking shade. Probably go with stalking shade. I just have to keep moving. It's kind of annoying. I don't really like any of those. They're all kind of rubbish. That's why I generally don't like Ultimatum. I much prefer Trial of the Second. Because it's not like you're forced to take things that make you weaker here, whereas in Trial of the Second you sometimes have stuff that makes you stronger, sometimes stuff that makes you weaker. There's a bit of a balance. And I feel like there's a little bit more player agency in choosing what you get each run. You at least have some choice. Whereas here it feels like the choices are all bad. Some are less bad than others. And there's just not quite enough options, basically. Right, I got through that first room pretty painlessly. Quite a nice quick room. The escorts are annoying, this one, and actually the worst one with the shade is one where you have to carry the cores and put them in. Grasping Vines, not great. Volatiles and Death. I definitely don't want Unstoppable. I'm quite reliant on slowing monsters, release deadly volatiles on Death. Probably go for that. Be cautious about where I stand. I already need to be moving away from one thing, the Stalking Shade. Now I need to be moving away from when things die as well. Make sure that I'm not... like they're really chasing me, aren't they? Maybe it was a bad idea. But it is what it is. I definitely feel like my damage has got better with vulnerability or aura. And we can always swap the temporal chains if we feel like we want a little more survivability. So far, I'm not feeling too weak. I'm generally kind of keeping my distance, but I'm not playing like really aggressively, which I do have a tendency to do. It's definitely one of my weaknesses as a player in hardcore. because I tend to be quite aggressive. I find softball really boring. Let's just concentrate on this part here. Keep kiting round. Should be nearly done. A few more seconds. That's just ongoing. So we're through 2 rooms, so 1 more, and then on to the boss. Let's see what bad choices we have here.
This is just a warm-up.
Heavy lightning, kind of a bit annoying. Grasping vines. Only problem if they hit me. Energy shield, they have a little bit more health. Let's go with that.
Spirit protects them.
I'm killing them quite quickly. Don't mind.
Cling to life.
They have a tiny bit more health. Okay, this is the really annoying one. Very annoying because I'm kind of forced to fight in a very small space and currently need to be moving a lot. They were just basically with this kind of do kind of annoying stuff, so let's roll through those to get them to explode. Basically, we'll just lose it a few times and then just come back to it. It's going to be the safest way. Just dodge roll through. This is very annoying. Now we're stalking shade as well. Go ahead and kill those. Go back here for a second. Try and kite a little bit at the front until the stalking shade gets near me, and then I have to run around, dodge roll. This is so annoying. Dodge roll again. Dodge roll through him again. Ugh. That is very, very, very annoying. Right, on to the boss. Now all we're hoping is it's not the tornado bird.
This is just a warm-up.
I guess lethal rares is probably the best since there aren't any.
The mightiest foes.
Not gonna face anymore. So it kind of does nothing at this stage. And I think we've got Chimera, which is actually fine. I think this boss is pretty straightforward. So let's just get the old do our damage. Go down. Keep moving around. Get the dodge away. Dodge roll through. Big slam coming in. Dodge roll. And double kill.
Certainly has a strong imagination.
Cool. Nothing really. I'll probably just get the socket. Although we'll drop it. No, we won't. We've got plenty of space, so we have to pick up these corrupted things, which didn't even look as we were going through, but they're all going to be pretty rubbish. Bleeding on hit and charms.
Long
Charges, neither of those are remotely useful.
may the strong
But let's just get our extra passive points. Life cannot be changed whilst I have energy shield. I don't have a lot of energy shield at the moment. I'm definitely going to work on getting more energy shield now that I have that second passive. That next set of passive points. That's strong. I think in this particular episode we'll carry on and get through to the next boss, and then that'll probably be it. Let's see. Let's see.
Some odds and ends we found in
Spell damage, cold damage. My focus isn't great. I would quite like to upgrade it, but this also doesn't really bring a lot. Particularly because I don't do cold damage. I would like cast speed though. That's pretty nice. The extra energy shield. Let's probably just okay, let's just disenchant these.
anything catch your
Sell that.
eye, don't drink the water.
Go and salvage the other two. Drop that stuff into here. Yeah, I definitely want to upgrade my focus. I don't, everything else kind of seems to be okay.
The drowned city.
Not the best, not the worst. I mean, ultimately, gear's good enough if you're getting through and progressing.
Original brickwork.
Got good fire res,
Glimmer of
but
gold.
Oh,
no
beyond
cold
this,
res.
I recommend until next time.
So yeah, drowned city is up now, which would have been nice to have some cold res.
Utsal,
But
wretched and drowned.
we don't.
I'm sure I prefer you this way.
Oops, rolled the wrong way. Rolling, rolling back. Yeah, we'll go and do Molten Forge. Give us the recombinator. Roll out of that. And then get away from the explosion. Right, so I'll see you once I have found the molten core. Reach this checkpoint where you've got the old magic ones of these, and then we'll run in. Should be pretty straightforward. As long as you've got some decent damage. Couple of ES base boots. Nothing good though on either of them. Human focus, always a chance. Pretty rubbish. Pretty rubbish. I think we have found the molten vault. Let's run on in. Need to do this quite quickly. Don't
Seems this
lose
place has long
to
been
reset the
forgotten.
map. Arguably I
It's not
could have
without
found
life.
the next zone and then come back and done this, but I'm pretty confident I can do this in fast enough time. Should be okay.
Knock knock.
I mean, the only risk I find with this area is you can get a little bit stuck in the corridors, and it's quite easy to get overwhelmed. So as long as you're not kind of stupid, you should be okay. I say that as someone who tends to be overly aggressive and can be stupid. Damn. A lot of the time, it's you die in this game when you're rushing, when you're trying to go faster than you really should. I don't really care about strong box. Like there, I got stuck, and it got the slam off. Might have been later, or I didn't have enough defences. It would have been pretty dangerous. Arguably, some ball chains would be better here. Why is there a checkpoint up? I never do figure out why. 'Cause it seems to be a waste of time. There being a checkpoint there. Out of the way. I keep clicking on those doors. quite tight corridors to be fighting in. So really make sure that you always know where your dodge roll is going to be. Try not to get too stuck. I probably will just take this a little bit slower. Researchers, pretty good. Let's try and see if we can get... I don't have a regal orb on me. Can't bother to go back to town to get one. I should start walking around with regal orbs for this exact purpose. Go through that door. I think it's dropped now. Go back. Alchemy, not bad. A couple of augments as well. Still useful. I do quite like the augments. Get stuck again. Like I said, generally it's the getting stuck that's the dangerous one. Looks like I've gone into a dead end. Just dodge roll back. Try and go down. It's usually somewhere around. Just keep going. Sort of to the right and down. Generally will get you to the boss every time, I find. But sometimes it forces you to go a little bit looped around. I'm sure there's, you know, experienced speedrunners know exactly where to go in these things, but I don't. Yeah, look, why is there a random checkpoint outside there? That essence. Very few essences I find in the campaign. I mean, I'll do it, but I don't think it's going to give me anything that I need. Let's just get that going. Get out of the way of that before it blows up. Essence of electricity. Like I said, I don't think we'll be using a melee weapon. I mean, if we do a second class that is melee, that's actually pretty good. Old ball ruins. They really get to the point where they're not actually that valuable for me to do them. Interesting. Shots when you reach. I'm not going to bother with Vile Ruins this time. Maybe I should be. But I think I don't really have the time. I'd rather probably do it slightly higher level.
I see you down there.
Let's go down and kill this boss. Now I'm curious by this armor piece. Power charge on here would be pretty good for yeah, probably pretty good for spell totem. Although you shock when you reach maximum power charges, that's kind of quite annoying to try and deal with. Shock's not really good enough to justify using all your power charges. Anyway. Let's move out of the way. Pop her out. Get the crashing vines. Get overgrown. Let's run off, so I have to do some dodging. Like, damage isn't not bad, is it? Like, if I dodge that one, I thought I could just sidestep it. Right, let's get doing. I don't run back already. Barely got any damage to you that time. There's a bit of setup involved. That is the one thing. Maybe I should be pre-casting. Yeah, that's probably the right approach to take. Let's run back again. Normally I'm pretty quick at killing this boss, but he just seems to be running back every time we start doing any damage. And let's do precast, like I said. Really get in his face. Come on. Kill, 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 kill.
Wealth has never inspired me, but it was a fun fight.
Back to town. And then we'll carry on with our locating of the next zone.
Keep anything. Don't get it.
Back in the Drowned City, looking for Agarat. Came back to that checkpoint there, and we're going to try the other route this way and see if that takes us where we need to go. Otherwise it could be over there in that map, up there. But who knows. Found it this way. On to the apex of filth. I do find the boss in this zone can be a little bit dangerous at times. Like most of the time you fight it and it's fine. You can really get burst damage on it. If you, again, it's generally if you get a little bit stuck, your dodge rolling doesn't work very well. It can be quite a small zone, I find, where you actually fight. So you don't necessarily have a lot of maneuverability, and you have quite a lot of visual clutter. That tends to be a statement there. I'm not going to bother with the mushrooms. I generally find it's a lot of time, but not a lot of reward. Getting them to actually drop gargantuan. Yep, time for me to move up to those. Let's pick them up. Really do need a little bit more energy shield there, don't I? I mean, arguably I should actually just go to the proper shoot. My offhand is so bad that I'm going to give me a lot of tankiness with block and presumably better defensive stats. And only will lose like a small amount of spell damage because I'm still using like a level 1 unique offhand, which is pretty bad for a level 41 zone. Anyway. Right, I think we've made it to the boss. So let's try and get some pre-casting going. I swear I dodge roll that, but keep dodging. Keep dodging. I don't know why my damage is so bad. Again, I'm sure I dodge roll that, but it still seemed to hit me. Can't seem to. For example, getting stuck. Yeah, we did get the kill, but not. I wouldn't say clean kill,
Pig of a woman.
but
One golden idol
is what it
for the
is.
optimist.
let's go back to town. I don't actually know what I'm doing next. I went and got dampening shield. Kind of go off this way, maybe go down into the monk area, or I could go further into the druid area, kind of go up here and get enhanced barrier and patient barrier and these kind of things up there. There's also another good cluster around here, and this calibration area over there. I mean, there's a few options, isn't there? Might go for this. Skill effect, duration, chronomancy. Time being, potentially. Yeah, I mean, why don't we go and get this? Elding. What do we need? Strength. There. We'll go and pick up this. There's also critical exploit around there. That's pretty good. So we are gonna go for this shield instead of my tweak focus. I do lose a bit of damage, but I think I gain so much in defensive stats that it's worth it for the time being anyway. Let's upgrade my angle. Ability I could go. Do I get anything else really interesting? Don't I get branching fissures 2 is not there, knockback, poison spores, long duration, go into another long duration. Or maybe I want magnified. Or ritualistic potentially. Let's go with ritualistic. My blasphemy. Right, onto the Sun Temple. I think it is, isn't it? I'm a bit confused by this this file pad there. I believe I killed everything, but I don't seem to have any recognition that it's finished. Bizarre. I think that is now up to the boss. Fire, we've got decent fire res. Shouldn't be too bad.
This fellow has been here far too long.
Yeah, bone storm going. I think that was my mistake on the last one. Dodge out of the way. That. Bone storm. Crashing vines, tangle. Dodge rolled out of the way of that. A bone storm going again. Oops. Don't know what's happened here. Game's completely crashed. Excellent. Let's see what is actually happening. Okay. We're back in the fight. And I think we got it. That was fun. Nice crash in the middle. And we got no movement speed. Nothing good.
I wonder what this does. These runes.
Definitely want
I
more
can make
energy
up
shield
symbols
at this
for
point.
blood and offering. Wait, no. It's not a blood offering, it's someone of Val.
Skill gem. Oh, that gives us the next tier, but we're not quite there. Nothing on the occult. Primal. Oh, we get tornado.
The apex! It's opening! Goodness me!
And I think we'll save the next segment for episode 3. Where we obviously go into the past and have to fight Viper and Doriani. Both of which, I mean, Viper I do find can be tricky. And I'm a bit concerned because I don't have great single target damage, which means I probably won't be able to kill Viper that quickly and therefore have to engage with a lot of the mechanics. I definitely prefer doing a fast kill on Viper, and I feel like I'm going to do a fast kill. It's, you know, I've not been killing quickly on any of the bosses we've been encountering. So I might try and see if we can figure out any way of getting a little bit better single target damage going. Maybe if we could actually find a really good offhand, even an upgrade for the main hand, be it a staff or a wand. I do have 2 all spells, but you know, no spell damage on my life sprig. Obviously no spell damage here. Generally got pretty defensive equipment overall. Bit of armor, I could probably get a little bit more armor, potentially. I mean, there's a few different paths we could take, but at the moment, I don't feel super strong. I don't feel weak, but I don't feel super strong either. We'll see. We'll call it there. I'll just click through the gateway to end the episode, and then next episode we'll start from here. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.
My name is Elva Valai. It was I who... No,
My name's not Elva.
run away.
But do run away from me. Anyway, yeah, so I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.